Good day, everybody. So today I would like to present my topic, Proposal 1, which is Mangrove Restoration for Human-Nature Interaction at Pulau Burong and Pantai Cahaya, Negeri Port Dickson. So basically, the site is located at Port Dickson, Negeri Sembilan, and Pulau Burong is one of the mangrove swamps that is located in Negeri Sembilan. And Pantai Cahaya and Pulau Burong is interconnected with a wooden bridge, which is around 182 meters. So moving on for the issues and problem statements, there are a few issues. The number one is number of mangrove trees are declining, which affects the ecosystem. Number two is the visitors tend to do clam and crab harvesting activities. And number three is empty white spaces with no development. And there is no connectivity to go to the other side of Pulau Burong because Pulau Burong is divided into two sides, and the other side that doesn't have any way to get into that place. And the direct disposal of garbage near to the wooden bridge, which might cause long-term pollution. And another one, number six, is the landscape that are very minimal and doesn't get attention from the visitors. And then the last one is there is no educational center that can educate people about the mangrove species and migratory birds. So moving on for the aim, objective, and research study. So aim is to restore the mangrove bird sanctuary at Pulau Burong and Pantai Cahaya to provide opportunity for people for recreation and also education. Research objective is to study the management plan, to raise awareness, and to identify factors and components of ecotourism. And scope of study is to analyze and understand the role of mangrove trees, to examine the impact of mangrove restoration, and to emphasize on nature-based tourism. So this is basically the literature review that I did to study the study context and also my research topic. So moving on for the methodology of study. So this methodology study is from the interaction to the recommendation conclusion. This is the way that I find my information. And the case study is about Matang Mangrove Forest Reserve Eco Park, Kuala Sepetang, and also Tanjung Tol Recreation Forest, which is at Malacca. So moving on for the preliminary is you can see there is a landscape and site context, and also we have socio-demography of Prodixon, and also we have land accessibility and circulation, and also few user activities that I found during my site visit. Moving on, this is the pictures taken from the site. So these are the views from Pantai Cahaya and these are the views from Pulau Burong. So you can see there are a few pictures that I've taken from my site visit. So the SWOT analysis that I can say is that the site as consists of many commercial areas. There is also an opportunity for this place to become famous, and so it also consists of many good things, which is like the water quality is overall considered to be okay because it's around 50 to 54. And the weakness is that the traffic at the site is very considered to be okay, but it gets congested during the school holidays and also after work. And the pedestrian route can be improved. And some mangrove trees are dead, which doesn't give a pleasant view. And the lighting at the bridge area also has lights that are not functioning at Pantai Cahaya. Some of them are fallen to the ground, and which is very dangerous. And the information boards are no longer useful for the visitors. And the white spaces without trees are not only makes the place hot, but also affects the aesthetic of the place. And the opportunity is that white spaces for development, the activities in Pulau Burong and Pantai Cahaya is not much and not balanced. Most of the visitors want to go to Pulau Burong, and also Pulau Burong only has one activity, which is bird watching. And Pantai Cahaya also has not many activities, which can be improved later on. And also there can be a bridge interconnecting Pulau Burong to another side of Pulau Burong. The threat is that the drainage system is not proper in Pantai Cahaya, which causes garbage traps, which allows them to trash the escape to the sea. And also the clam and crab harvesting and disposal of rubbish direct beside the wooden bridge. And some mangrove trees are dead. So basically, these are the expected outcomes which we would like to implement SDG 17 and also design solution, which RKK Politics also stated that they want to add GPT, which is gross pollutant traps to prevent the drainage system pollution problem, and also certain things like signages and also like 3D wordings and stuff like that. And design solution that I would like to implement is public awareness, educational purposes, traditionals, landscape management, mangrove restoration, and tree planting. So moving on to the second topic proposal of mine, which is revitalizing the cultural identity of Kampung Chettis community to be a successful cultural tourism spot in Gajah Berang, Melaka. The site is around 26 acres and the site is located at Gajah Berang, Melaka. So basically it's about a Chetty village which has a small community of Hindu Peranakans. So right now there are only 20 to 30 Chetty families in the village itself. So moving on to the issues and problem statements, the youngsters are not aware and unbothered about their tradition and culture and belief and have lost touch with their Chetty roots and a general lack of ready information about the heritage of Chetty Melaka community and has caused many of them to distance themselves from their ancestors. And also the remaining families will fear losing their heritage because many families have migrated to north and also like very crossways to Selangor and also Singapore. And the Kampung Chetty do not draw any attention of visitors to that place since there are nothing special about the place, no restaurants have traditional Chetty dishes and social cultural practices that can be related to Chetty culture. So the research aim is to revitalize the cultural identity of Chettis community to be a successful cultural tourism spot in Gajah Berang, Melaka. And the research objective is to reveal and strengthen the traces of history, cultural identity of Chettis community, to identify the role of cultural tourism as a form of promoting the cultural identity, and to preserve and promote the historical value of Chettis community. So moving on to the scope of research study is to identify and explore the cultural practices and more, and to study on cultural-based tourism and to explore the historical significance of Kampung Chetty. So this is basically the literature review that I did to study about the context and also about my research topic. So moving on to the methodology of the study. So this is a methodology from the introduction to the recommendation and conclusion. So basically the reference study is at Tijabau Cultural Center, New Caledonia, and Semarang City, Malang, Indonesia. So these are the two places that I want to take as a reference study. So moving on to the preliminary IIS, so this is basically the land use plan, the demography, accessibility and circulation, and climate of Gajah Merah, which is Kampung Cheti. So these are the few pictures that I have taken during my site visit. So you can see from number 1 to number 7 is the pictures I've taken. So moving on to the SWOT analysis. So the main strength is that there are diverse cultural mix of traditional aspects of Kampung Chiti's gastronomy, religions, buildings, art and entertainment, traditional attire, and many more. But there is a weakness which is lack of luminaries, making the place hot, lack of trees. The site do not have pleasant views since there's lacking of green areas. And the environment around the street is bad because the street landscape is also kind of not suitable and not as very bad. And the environment around the street surface making it to be very hot. So opportunity is that it has a good wind flow, the moderate traffic, and the secondary route, which can be extended to explore more of Kampung Cheti. And the threats are quite a lot because people are unaware of the different kind of foods of Kampung Cheti, the tradition that has been forgotten by the younger generation, the traditional attires, and also all this caused by immigration, industrialization, and globalization. So moving on to the expected outcomes, the digital solution can be street landscaping, architectural conservation, rural industry, heritage attires, festival, cultural educational, heritage trace walk, and heritage of traditional dances and food. So RKK from Malacca have stated that they want to they want to improve the landscapes of the Kampung Cheti, and also they want to introduce industry days, which we call rural industry for Kampung Cheti, because it will improve more of the economic and improve the. So thank you so much for watching my video.